Hi everyone, welcome you all. So, at last we have finished each and every topic of our syllabus, and now we are ready to have a revision, right? So, before doing a revision, we should be looking into the marks distribution issued by CBSE this year. This is the revised syllabus which tells all the story about the marks distribution. Let us go ahead and learn about it, because when you know what is coming, you are better prepared, right? So here we are. So first of all, data handling using Python, using pandas and data visualization, 25 marks, obviously. 25 periods of a practical and 25 periods of a theory, right? So total 50 periods to be devoted. But here we are not here to discuss what these things are. We are just going to discuss and focused about marks. So here 25 marks, though it is a really lengthy one, and there are many things. You need a complete Python background to know this. So in total this is a huge task, and if you are not prepared from the beginning and you haven't learned anything, then this will be a really uh, difficult task. And the second is the chapter which is really very easy and all-time favorite, that is of 25 marks. So we can go ahead and learn this, and we can focus on this chapter so that we can score 25 marks out of 70 in this pre-board, right? And for your information, I'm going to tell you that from 20th, actually 30 or 29 November, from that date we are going to start our first pre-board. So we have almost 20 days left. So what my plan is to have a revision of a database query using SQL and these two chapters, right? Though introduction to computers and societal impacts are not that lengthy chapters, but they are theoretical, so you have to learn many definitions and you have to mug up many concepts, but these are really easy. And a societal impact was also introduced in class 11, so you must be having fair idea about it. Otherwise, I have already created some videos. You have always, you can go back to my playlist and watch all the videos whenever required. Okay, so my focus will be these two chapters and this one. So what we are going to do, till 22 or 25 we can discuss these two chapters, and this chapter we are going to discuss in just 5 or 4 days, because we have already done a revision in class 11. Then I have completely taught this chapter way back. So I think you should be ready for this chapter, and I'm not going to focus on this. We will be just having a we will just refresh our memory, and these will be our main concern. And if we complete these and are able to score good in these three chapters, let us calculate it is of 45 marks, right? So almost you will be very comfortable in the syllabus and will cover almost 60 to 70% of the syllabus. And only task which will be left for pre-board 2 and after pre-board will be to cover this 25 marks, and we are going to do that. And if you follow me and if you obey all the rules I have taught, then definitely you are going to score more than 90. So without much delay, let us see what's coming. And for this we will be moving to our what we call it, question sample paper. Now you can check out, this is latest sample paper issued by CBSE in 2020 and 21. So this is your what we can say, blueprint for the question paper. Let us see how it is being made and what are the contents. So first of all, general instructions only. This says that this question paper is divided into two parts. Each parts are compulsory. Both part A and part B have choices. Part A has two sections. Section 1 is a short answer question to be answered in one word or one line. Section 2 has two case study questions. Each case study has 4 case based subparts. An examinee is to attempt any 4 out of 5 subparts, right? So 4 questions, and in 4 questions the examinee has to attempt any 4 out of 5 subparts. So they have to attempt all the 4 questions, but in 4 questions you will be having 5 subparts, and amongst the 5 you have to answer 4, right? Part B is a descriptive, obviously, and part B has 3 sections. Section 1 is a short answer question, 2 marks each. In 2 questions have internal options. Section 2 is a long answer question of 3 marks each, in which 2 questions have internal options. Again, we have section 3 is a very long answer question of 5 marks each, in which one question has internal options. So let's go through this question paper and let us focus only on networking and societal impacts. We will not be discussing any SQL questions or any Java questions right now. Okay, so let us go ahead and see what may be the questions, and we will also analyze from where these questions are asked. So question number 1, state whether true or false, right? So I think it is from the societal impacts, and let us see. A copyright is automatically granted to author or creator of the content. It is true. Okay, whenever you create a content and you finish it, then any work you do or any derived work is already copyrighted in your name, right? Now the next is the FOSS or free open source software. Source code is usually hidden from the user. Obviously this is not the case, so correct answer will be false. In proprietary software or in free software, actually freewares, source code is hidden, right? But not in the case of FOSS. Now this belongs to Java. We are not going to discuss it. This also belongs to SQL. We have Java, again data frame. So now let us learn this one. To prevent unauthorized access to and slash oblique or from the network, a system known as dash can be implemented by hardware and or by software. So answer is, you already guessed it, yes, the answer is firewall. So firewall is a software and hardware to stop unauthorized access from or to the network. I think that is clear. Now, which of the following is not a network topology? So basically when we are talking about a topology, then it is a star topology. It's a correct one. Mesh is also a topology. Tree is a topology. Bus is a topology. But when we talk about a bug is not a topology, right? So the correct answer is bug. Now I want to draw your attention in this word not. Many times what will have happened, you will write all these answers except this bug, because you may miss this not word. So my advice to you is read the question paper twice, at least thrice. It will not take more than time, but really when we talk about our students, they are reluctant in reading the question and understanding the question. They are not very careful in reading question properly, and they may commit mistakes, and that will cost the right marks. So obviously read it very carefully, and which of the following is not a network topology? So all are the topologies, but bus is not a topology. Yet one more example is that circle. Circular is also a topology. Now, coming to the question number 10, a web page where the information is changed frequently. So the word is change frequently. For example, stock price, weather information. Which out of the following option would your device advise? So it is a dynamic web page because the information is changing, and for different user it may be different, and for some programming or static data, or you can server side programming is responsible for updating these changes. That's why it is called a dynamic web page. Now coming to next is avg. I think this is from SQL. Okay, this one, the practice of taking someone else's work or idea and passing them off as one's own is known as, yes, you may guessed right, that is plagiarism. Now why plagiarism? If you copy some other work like you do in projects, okay, you simply copy from the internet, that is called a plagiarism, right? And I think just now, or just in previous 2 days, I have given a video on this plagiarism. Please go through on it, and you will see key when we pretend that someone works is ours, then it is a plagiarism. Now coming to this, I can keep you signed in, I can remember your site preferences, I can give you local relevant content. Who am I? Am I a cookie? Okay, yes, I am a cookie can be an answer, or dynamic web page. Okay, I can be a dynamic web page, right? Because dynamic web pages uses cookie for these all things, so correct answer will be dynamic web page. Okay, which amongst the following is not an example of a browser? I think Avest is not an example of a browser. A email or a message sent to a large number of people indiscriminately without their consent is called spam. Right. Now coming to the seventh, according to survey, one of the major Asian country generates approximately about 2 million tons of electronic waste per year. Only 1.5% of the total e-waste get recycled. Suggest a method to manage e-waste. So what are your options? You can recycle them, refurbish them, and you can donate some of the items to poor people so that they can utilize it. So there are many methods which you can suggest, right? So this is done, I think. Dash network device is known as intelligent hub, that is a switch. Okay, because it distributes signals, it doesn't actually broadcast the signal. Instead, what it does, it simply sends one message to the relevant or to the destined or legitimate user only. It doesn't broadcast it. That's why it saves bandwidth, and it is more efficient than the hub. That's why it is called an intelligent hub. Okay. Receiving irrelevant and unwanted mails repeatedly is an example of, I think it's a spam or spamming. I think there is another example, another question whose answer was spams. Okay, I don't, let us do not worry about that. Now coming to the next question. Print. This is from SQL. Number, okay, let me search. Okay, here is the question number 31. Explain the following term related to computer network. SMTP, simple mail transfer protocol, POP, post office protocol, FTP, file transmission protocol, and VoIP is voice over internet protocol. I think this is really clear. uh, List any two health hazards related to excessive use of technology. I have told you in previous video, so it is up to you. So there are many, like sleep disorder is there, when you eye strain is there, neck strain is there, even when you sit for a longer period of hours, your joints and your bones are becoming, what we can say, that uh, uncomfortable and may have injuries. So these are the issues related to excessive use of a technology. And sometimes hearing is, you can have a hearing problem when you use prolonged, when you use a headphone for a long. So there are many health hazards of technology. Okay, now question number 33. Priyanka is using her internet connection to book a flight ticket. This is a classic example of her leaving a trail of web activities carried by her. What do we call this type of activity? What is the risk involved by such kind of activity? So this is called digital footprint. It includes website we visit, emails we send, and any information we submit online. So it can be traced, your IP address can be traced, and your other details can be accessed. Okay, so this is it. Now coming to question number section 3, section 2 of section B, and then we should search. Okay, 35. Okay, from this question onwards we will do next time. So that's all for today. Have a nice day.